LR, the liberal redneck here, coming to you from a country experiencing a vaccine vacuum. Roughly half of our population refuses to get the COVID inoculations. Facebook this week released survey data showing vaccine acceptance among adults in the U.S. has increased by 10% since January. However, its survey also shows that the top reasons people said they didn't want to get vaccinated are worries about side effects and lack of trust in the vaccines or the government. Anything that generates a reaction from the Republican base of deplorables automatically becomes a cause célèbre for Republican politicians in their desperate attempts to maintain favor with Trump's rapidly dwindling fan base. So most have jumped on the anti-vax bandwagon, totally disregarding the ensuing carnage, and only recently have some backed away. Researchers have found just 12 people are responsible for the bulk of the misleading claims and outright lies about COVID-19 vaccines that proliferate on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. The Disinformation Dozen produced 65% of the shares of anti-vaccine misinformation shared on social media platforms, said Imran Ahmed, Chief Executive Officer of the Center for Countering Digital Hate, which identified the accounts. Take anti-vaccine activist Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the only one of the Disinformation Dozen identified so far by the center, who has promoted the long discredited idea that vaccines are linked to autism. During the pandemic, he has shared baseless conspiracy theories linking 5G cellular networks to the coronavirus and suggested, without evidence, that the death of baseball great Hank Aaron was part of a wave of suspicious deaths tied to vaccines, none of which is true. The refusal to be vaccinated by so many who accepted this wave of complete disinformation has caused another surge in COVID infections, almost exclusively among those who have not been vaccinated. We all exist in a very complicated ecosystem that is largely symbiotic in that we rely on each other for a myriad of reasons. Animals display a much greater awareness of our ecosystem than do humans. They have the ability to make changes in harsh times to increase their chances of survival. Females will not go into heat when there is a food shortage, and some animals who do not normally hibernate will do so in periods of drought. For want of a better term, it is their self-preservation gene. That gene has deteriorated to a point in some humans that such a crisis as the COVID pandemic must be dealt with by drastic measures, even though personally I'm inclined to let nature take its course. Incentives have been offered as a lure to get people vaccinated with limited results. It is time to do an about-face and offer penalties for those who refuse. The vaccinations are free and offer no economic hardship, and they're available virtually everywhere. Make them mandatory for most daily activities, such as public transportation and grocery shopping, and all legal requirements, such as driver's license and home loans. Personal liberties do not extend to the right of refusing. It is a requirement for the healthy continuation of our citizenry. You can reach me at theliberalredneck@gmail.com, and you can visit live with me and my talented colleagues for our weekly wrap-up every Friday at noon Central on blogtalkradio.com/theliberalredneck. You can also catch episodes on YouTube at the House of Public Discourse Radio Network. Thanks for watching.